When I was newer in my career, I thought the goal was to be sharp, quick, flawless, on top of everything. And I thought even if I made the one visual mistake, it would confirm what someone had told me before, that I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. So I just didn't, for me, I didn't just aim to do my job well. I aimed to be impeccable. And that was the energy I was given. Like I knew I was proven. I was there. It was an authority. That was an authority that I thought I was doing. And for me, I thought it was a case of, okay, I'm on top of this. As a sign language interpreter, I spoke faster. I was trying to get every single word, and this is what they're saying, and this is how the thing's going. Like going and going and going and going and going, thinking, yes, this is it. I'm on top of it. I'm top of it. And people are like, what are you talking about? Like, what? I was over preparing. A job I know that's coming, I'll go and figure out, okay, what are this term? Who could be there? This is the situation. And this is before we now how we have like the AI and all these things help that we can get. Before I'll go grab the textbooks, I'll go grab everything, like trying to figure out location, what's this hospital, what does the department do? What like I was overdoing it. And thought, yes, okay, I'm doing it like I gotta be sharp. This is me. I'm already thinking of all the things that could go wrong before they even were raised. And they're like, if this happens, okay, that like I was doing too much. I thought that this is what it is. And even when they were silent, I would find a way to fill it up. Like, oh, okay. Thinking, why can't I be silent? Like, this is me then. Like, the energy is so crazy. And if I hesitated for half a second, I will start judging myself. And what? Come on now. Like these people will start thinking, this is me. And now if I see somebody else who is like flowing and they're effortless, I start comparing myself. Oh my gosh, did I self-loathe myself? Beating. And underneath all this thing was the belief that if I was not sharp enough, n- n- I mean, if I was sharp enough, nobody would question me. That's what I was riding on. Like, if I knew my stuff, like, I would have no issues. So I had to be on board. I had to do and be there and like making sure and saying every sign I have to say. So if I don't make a mistake, it means I am safe, right? That's what I thought. And that's the pressure I put on myself. Because I thought it was that. What it did, it made me tight. It made me on edge. It made me like I have to be on ball and checking and looking. It wasn't excellent. I was just tight. That's what was rolling for me. And it just even now as I'm talking about it, I could just feel how I used to feel then, like the intensity of like locked in, like just and honestly, when you're trying not to be exposed, you can't be present. You can't be there because you're scanning. I was looking for what could go wrong and let me just be on top of it. Let me make sure that no loopholes. There is nothing. I've got this. I'm saying everything. I'm seeing. Or is this? Oh, I've already answered. Like I was scanning. I was bracing myself and like making sure that everything is on board. I've got this. Like, I felt like I was like fighting Jackie Chan, doing everything. I was performing competency instead of embodying it. I was thinking I had to like show that I know this thing so that if a deaf person or client or a colleague says anything, I'm on board. I've got this. I know my stuff. Like this is This is how you're supposed to be at this level as an interpreter. So you have to show and you have to. Man, by the end of the day, was I exhausted from all that performance? Was I, oh my goodness, thinking I was doing. And then I will come home exhausted. And as soon as I come home, like sometimes this is this is the funny bit. In those days where I used to live at the time, you could just like sneak upstairs. Nobody will know you're home. And I would tippy toe inside my like home. I would open the door real quiet and then tippy toe go up the stairs because there was like a crick in one of the stairs. But I mastered when like I would go up in that room and I would just even if I wasn't having a nap or anything, just worn out, just rested. And then one of the kids or my husband was just, oh, you're home. Because I was so tired of all the energy. Then I'm coming back home and then having all the demands of like, oh, mommy this, mommy that. And I just like, oh my gosh, I'm so exhausted. Right now, I cannot. What we eating? What's going on? Or this will happen. And then you have to like interact. Like, well, how was school? Like, so I would just go there, just like try and just get my energy back before I now reface them. And it's not because the work was too much that was causing all this exhaustion for me. It wasn't that. It was because I was carrying the weight of proving. Every time I walked out my front door to go do work, I was on go time, proving that I belong. I know I am on that high level. I've got this. You can't not find out that somebody said I wasn't supposed to do this. I was proving that I belong in the profession, in the space. I was proving I was capable or that I know my stuff, that I've got this. I was proving and proving. I was proving that I wasn't the weak link. Ah, man, I was just oozing survival energy at that time. And I thought I was looking professional, but it was fear. I thought I was having this down, everything was on it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like this interpreter, right? No. But here's the thing. The shift wasn't for me about becoming smarter because I thought I had to be. I thought I had to just keep on keeping on. No. And also, it wasn't even about eliminating, like, not making any mistakes. It was even none of those for me. It was, I stopped trying to be unquestionable. When I started being steady and started giving myself that grace that you're human. You're not gonna get it every single day, every minute. Like, that it's not gonna be there. With that steadiness, because authority doesn't rush to proof. It doesn't work that way. Authority lets a pause exist. It lets like being in motion, in action. You start getting. Authority doesn't, it answers the question and then stops. Like it doesn't panic over any small correction or any small bit. That's when that realization that it's okay. This is where everything for me started to change. That I didn't need to prove myself. I didn't need to, because I was I I was acting before the fear negotiated. Not perfectly. I wasn't loud about it. I was just doing my thing, doing it in my own way. And if I hesitated, I reset. If I missed something, I corrected myself. It was okay. I did not spiral anymore. I did not need to perform anymore. I stayed present with what was in front of me, what I was dealing with. And that's how the authority started showing up for me. And that's how things started rolling as I was doing this. I didn't have to, I wasn't trying now, to prove, like to eliminate that I would never make any mistakes or it's never going to be the case. It was now a case of when those things happen, how did I deal with it? What did that mean for me? How was I rolling? It wasn't about proving. I can't please everyone or do anything. It was how was I with myself in those seasons. When I removed that authority doesn't like, oh yeah, mistake, we have to remove it. No. Proving performs safety. When I was doing that, that was just a safety thing. And authority creates it internal. You become safe inside and trying to prove to help yourself be safe in whatever. I started having that authority of safety internally of me. So it's not about you don't become having that authority by being flawless. That's not what like being that is, that you're going to be flawless, you're on board, you're this, you've got this all the time. No, you become with authority by being regulated. When you start doing the thing that supports you, that helps with your becoming the version of you that you want to show up, how that will start landing, then you've got nothing to prove anymore. You start acting from the authority that is within you already, because we all have it within us. You just get to tap into it. And for the longest time, I was unknown to me, feeling like I have to prove that I am here. Like as if everybody just, it's like saying a baby wakes up and now they're skateboarding or they're ice skating somewhere or they're doing this. When they have the thought about it. Or it's like a baby saying, Mommy, Mama. I was like, no, it's mother. You wouldn't expect that from that. And then me now thinking I have to be this flawless, clean, no mistakes, nothing happens person. That wasn't giving grace. But when that shift happened for me, when that knowing became like, this is my new normal. This is how we show up. Like giving myself grace. Oh, okay. At least I caught myself. I braced my soul. Like that landed. Okay. How do we get to do this next time? Okay, what do we get to what's the shift moving forward? When I started landing with what does this get to look like, than feeling I have to make sure it is perfect, that I am nothing. I've got this. I know my stuff. I don't need help. This is fine. I'm good with this. I've proof. But now it's like now regulated, aligned. This is the authority. This is what we're showing. This is how we are. When we get to do that for self, then we start being and having that authority self. And it is time. It is time for us to decide who we are becoming so we can tap into that authority state. This is identity evolution in real time, right? And we are building it every single day. Nene here. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.